Hi, welcome to Framebench. I'll quickly walk you through all the features that the Framebench web app offers, as well as the many extensions that we support. Let me quickly enter my email address and password and log into my account. As I log in, it takes me to my Workspaces dashboard, which is a collection of all the projects or workspaces as they're called in Framebench. Think of a workspace as a room where you have a collection of files and you invite people who are able to view and discuss on those files. So it's more like a room in its own sense. Let me quickly create a workspace. It's as easy as giving it a name, adding a short description, and if I want, I can add some participants to it right here. So let me quickly go ahead and add demo account. And if I want to send them an email note so that they know what the workspace is about, this could be an email note that I can type in, and this will be sent along with the invitation to demo@framebench.com. As I create, you see this is a new space that's gotten created for me, but let me quickly open up the demo project that's already set up. Clicking the link will take me inside the workspace, and this is the only screen that you'll ever come to. What you see here is a list of all your files in this tab. You can see all the people who are invited to this workspace here. So you see Josh is invited, Mehul is invited, and Rohit at Anarap is invited. You also have a small chat box here so that you can quickly enter a chat message which will be sent to all of your group. So you can skip those pesky single line email messages which say what's the update on the product. You can just quickly type it here and you'll keep a log of all the chat messages that have been recorded into this workspace. To invite a new participant, I'll click this invite link and I can again just add the email address of the person I want to invite to this workspace. Say I want to invite another person. I can again add a note. We have a pre-filled note that already comes in. Melanie is now going to receive an email with a link which she can click and directly join this workspace without needing to sign up. So it's a very simple process for Melanie to now enter and view all the discussion that has taken place in the demo project workspace. I click mail and invite and you will see Melanie is now added to this project as well. So Melanie at XYZ. Let me quickly go to the files and talk a little bit about file support. So we allow you to add any images, document, Excel, PPT, PDF, even videos to Framebench. So literally all the file types that you can be working on or you want to review and discuss with your teammates, you can drag and drop them here, or you can click to browse them from inside your operating system. So if I want to add a couple of files here, let me select them, I click on open, and they get added to my file list here. What I can also do is, if I want to add a file from Dropbox or Google Drive, we have simple Dropbox and Google Drive pickers which will let you choose the different files if they're there in your account, and we'll add them to Framebench. So this is a very easy way to add particularly large file sizes onto Framebench. Again, I can notify somebody by email, send them an email message, and everybody will receive a notification about it. Let me just disable it for now and add these files to my workspace. You see, these files will upload really fast onto Framebench. We'll do some processing at the background and they'll be available for viewing instantly. So now I can click on any image, it'll open up in this area. And this viewer actually supports almost all file types that you can imagine. So this is, say, a PNG that I opened. I can also go ahead and open a docx in the same file viewer. As the file opens up, you can see the content of the file. So this contains just one page, but if I were to suppose open a file that contains multiple pages, like this one, which is a PDF, you'll notice in the navigation bar you can go to any page and actually view the content of that page. So if you come here, now suppose this is a file that I'm reviewing, I can always zoom into it, especially if I want really high fidelities. And you see the font does not break. This is because we are actually rendering the file in the browser, making it very convenient for viewing for especially high fidelity files that you want to view at exact resolutions without them getting corrupted in my browser. As I view this file, I can also add annotations right on top of it. I can choose a pencil tool and I can actually just draw out areas, or I could even pick a rectangle tool, choose a different color, say I want the yellow color, and specify a larger size for it. In these annotations, think of them as a transparent layer on top of the file. I can basically just turn it off whenever I want to. So if I go here, I say view the original file, I'm able to view the original file with all of the comments, discussions, and annotations disabled. This is a very important tool inside Framebench, which lets you actually have contextual discussions right on top of content. So let me pick the comment tool. I'll click anywhere on the screen, and now I'm able to add an interactive text element on top of my file. And I say done. And this creates a comment on top of this file. This is actually an interactive piece of discussion that I've started, which others can come and actually reply to. So if someone were to say, sure, we just did that, and they can say done. And this becomes like a threaded discussion or more a chat session that's happening contextually on the file. I'm able to edit my comment, I'm able to add new replies. I can even delete this if I felt this was misplaced, or I can move it around, place it somewhere else. And this is all happening in real time across multiple screens. So if there were 3 other people online at the same time, they're able to see these discussions popping up on their file, make replies, and actually have a conversation on top of this file. So if you want to see a list of all the comments that were done on this file, I can either see these markers on the navigation part to see there were one comment on page 5, there was one on page 7, or I can see them in a proper list view by clicking the 3rd tab on the left part and seeing all the comments that were given by different people. So you see there are also some replies that were left, which says this needs to change. There is some reply to it. If I want, I can also go ahead and add another reply right here, and this becomes available to me. If I want to quickly see what was the location of this comment, I'll just click it and it'll jump to that file and open up that comment. So this is more like a reporting format, as well as a quick way to access all the different comments that were given on a file. If you want, you can also tag certain people to it. So if I just tag Mabel, he's going to receive a specific notification so that he knows he's got to do some action. So if I say take some action, demo, so that he knows it's a demo email. He's going to receive an email about it, and he knows that he's been tagged in this comment. So you can quickly just jump into this comment, add a reply, and get stuff done. So Framebench is supposed to work really fast between teams once you get the hang of it. Let me go back to files here. So I've got a bunch of files here. Let me try opening a video. And again, it's the same file viewer that we're trying to open the video in. And you see that it's going to start playing up inside this viewer itself. So this is a video, you're seeing some annotations come in and go out. I can pause it at any frame and do all of my annotations and commenting right on top. Again, these become threaded discussions which people can come to and reply. But we want to do more. We felt that annotations, text was only one medium to have a discussion. More likely than not, this is supposed to be a task. Make this right on top. And people were doing stuff like task. And people would come in and say done. What we did was integrate a tasks module right inside Framebench. So suppose if this were to be a task, I can just click this link, assign it to somebody, give it due date, and done. It's as simple to now create a task and start tracking it inside my task management system that's again built into Framebench. So the 4th tab on the left side is a task list. I can maintain all the tasks that were created in this workspace, who were they assigned to, and what was their due date. So I see there are 2 tasks which are past their due date, 2 tasks which have already been done. Whenever this task gets done, I can just check it off, and everybody concerned receive an email about a task getting done. So it's a very simplistic review, annotation, proofing, as well as task management platform all rolled into one. but very simple and very contextual on top of files. So coming back to files, now the team has had a discussion. We viewed different file types. We've had lots of comments, replies that have been done, and now I want to create a second version of the file. So you see here it says version 2 of 2. That means there were two versions of the same file that were created, and I can keep adding more versions as I go. So for this new file that I added, let me add another version. So clicking the add version again opens up this window. I can choose a file that I want to add as a revision, and I say add. Again, I can use Dropbox or Drive to add a version. It will upload the version again to a little processing on our servers, and it will say that this is now version of 1 of 2. I can always click the second version, and then this becomes available for view. As I do this, I'm also able to add my comments, and whenever I get to the final version, the client can give a proper sign off saying that now, yeah, the file is done. I click to approve this file. So this is a very plain approval. So it just says approvals cannot be undone. Do you want to continue? You can also have specific legal language that's set into this, so people can actually say that you agree to this being final, and this is the last iteration that this agency or the company will do with this, and the client can give a proper sign off on it. You want to continue? You say OK. And now you see this was approved by Rohit on September 8, 15. And we maintain a proper audit trail around this, so I exactly know what were the files that were uploaded, when were they uploaded, what was the discussion that was done, how many versions, and when did it go to completion. So the entire thing now packaged as one in this file can be viewed as a simple audit trail, which the company can store for documentation purposes. You can do a bunch of other things with the file. If you want to just go ahead and download the original file or the annotated file, or if you want to export all the comments of the file, all of that is possible right from within this files listing that we have. So we implemented instant search. So whenever you have a bunch of files here, we're able to instantly search through all of those files and give you only the files that were relevant. So if I were to search for only the logo here, let me just search for logo, and I can quickly jump to the Framebench logo and discuss it with various people. There is a Tabletop Sync option here. If I turn this on, it says the active files will be cleared from the stage and sync will now start to work. By starting this, what I've done is, if there are 3 more people who are in sync with me right now, whenever I open this file, it opens up for them as well. I can pan to any area, zoom in, and all of this is happening for all the different people. So if I add an annotation here, or say an arrow, add some comments here, all the people are now being able to see this in real time. So it makes it a superb tool for presentations and also for synchronized review sessions. Others can immediately come and reply to this, or if you're having a voice call, it makes it so much easier to keep documenting everything that we're discussing. So it's very helpful for legal firms, marketing agencies, even sales reps who are trying to document everything that they're discussing with their clients. So this is about Framebench, wherein you can manage a complete review feedback session on various different files. And as I mentioned, the real power of Framebench is our file viewer, which supports almost every file format, the real-time synchronization that happens on our backend servers, and the simplicity of use where you are able to contextually review and give feedback on any kind of file right within your browser.